Oh, it's doing a lot of work here. Hey everybody! My name is Sky. Welcome to the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle Party for Europe. Hey everybody!
Hello.
Hi.
Thanks, Sky, for hosting.
That's all right. This is an amazing time. This is part of the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, which is on until the 11th of May. Most of us have contributions in the bundle, and it's worth over $1,500. Ebooks, courses, all raw, all new. You can get that now for just $50. And what I've done, and I'll mention it during the live, is I've put below in the description all of our links, so you can choose to support whoever you like when you buy the bundle. So each of us has our own link, and it is all linked in the description. So, but enjoy the party. We're going to share food that we've made from the bundle. Yeah. So who wants to go to the party? Oh, yes, Yin.
Yeah, because I might have to drop off. Yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun. Let me see. One of the things I made was from Lisa's Pause Please book.
Ooh.
This is the Ranchi beets. Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
And it goes really well on top of my salads. Yeah. So
Is this the second time, Raw Chef Yin, you made it? Because I remember you share it with Lisa as well. Or
I shared it on her live on the very first day. No. This is still the same one. I can't eat so much at one go because it's fermented. So I'll eat like 1 tablespoon at one
Cool.
time. So it has like dill and mustard, and you know what it reminds me of? When I used to eat when I wasn't vegan and I had filet-o-fish at McDonald's. Yeah, it smells a bit like that.
I wasn't expecting that.
of fish. What?
At McDonald's, they have the olives. No, not olives. They have like
Pickles. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
And I think it has dill sauce. So I think it has a piece of pickle, and then I think the fillet fish sauce is dill based. So I get what you're saying now.
And then I want to show a couple. This is the other. These are the crackers from Christina's.
Oh, they're good too.
Can you see? Yeah, these are the crackers. The savory crackers from Christina Sobert's bread book.
Oh, they look good.
Yeah, it's made with carrots and almonds. Yeah, so
Wow.
this is
Is
really
this
nice.
one of the easier recipe by her?
Yeah, you don't need to like make the stuff or anything. You just basically put everything into a food processor, process it, and then put it on spread it onto the dehydrator sheet, and then dehydrate it, flip it, and then break it up into pieces.
Perfect. I'm going to try this. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's easy. The other one is from the Comfort Foods. This is my recipe. I have 2 recipes in the Comfort Foods collaboration ebook. I have a chocolate and ice cream made in a Ninja Creamy, and I also have these chocolate chip cookies. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
That is
nice.
Yeah. So I made like mini ones so that I don't eat like too much of it. But my
You can
boyfriend
see your smile. You obviously, it is a comfort food. You look very happy.
Yeah, and then the last thing I made was so in my book Raw Roots Volume 1, I talk about how I was approached by a magazine that had like a monthly circulation of 80,000 people, and they invited me to feature my recipes. So I came up with 2 recipes, and one of them was bliss balls. So yeah, these are the bliss balls. I made this on, I think, Lisa's live as well. So this one is covered with white sesame seeds. It's very easy. It's just 4 ingredients. So if you watch my Instagram live, I show how to make it. It's just like freshly grated coconut, dates, miso, and cacao powder. And then you can put whatever toppings you want. And then this one is the one with the cacao nibs as well. So I guess I should eat one.
You should. I'll pull you off the big screen so you don't feel self-conscious.
That's fine.
It's giving you the giggles.
Sorry?
It's giving you the giggles. Was that you laughing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cal will do that.
So that's what those are some of the things I made from the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. And I'm enjoying them now for the
So
party.
yes. So someone asked a question. All of these recipes are currently in the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. So if you want to buy it, down below are all of our links, and you go support the creator that you want to support or buy it off, because that's the person that will get the money or some of the money for it. So that's what we're encouraging you to do. And hang on, that's on someone's channel. Can people keep an eye on their channel to please filter some of these comments?
Okay.
This is
Another vegans. Oh boy.
yeah.
It's
So someone,
2026, man. Get on with it.
yeah. Can someone delete that, please? Just keep your channels.
Let's
When
just show our muscles. We'll be like, come on. We wake up calisthenics, pull-ups, press-ups. Can you do all that? Unlikely.
Exactly. Tell these guys. Wanna see some muscles?
Yeah.
We have Chris on. Exactly. Go on.
exactly. Okay, that was amazing, Kiko. I mean, Kiko. Sorry, I'm getting that time of night here over here.
I missed
Forget
Okay. Can I
by
go?
all the muscles.
Can I go? Can I go next?
Yeah, go for it, Kiko. Now, yep, there you go. Kiko's up. Part of the
Okay,
Awesome.
so I made actually 3 recipes. So Jennifer Diamond's recipe book. This is the minty. Okay, what was the name of it? Minty Green Powerhouse Smoothie by Jennifer. And oh, I forgot to add one key ingredient, but it turned out pretty good. I just realized looking at the recipe. But it's super good. It has a lot of mint, and I have so many mint in my garden. So I just grabbed and I picked some other greens in my garden, and it's very refreshing. I didn't use all of the recipe in the but ingredients in the recipe, but it's super good. I was craving for something sweet and refreshing, so this is perfect. I made one for my husband and for myself, and then I also made this one.
That looks good. What is that?
Yeah, so this is there are 2 creator. One with Nate, vanilla snickerdoodles. That's I sandwiched it with cinnamon date energy bowl by Plant Creation book by Amanda. So Nate's recipe is in the Comfort Food, the group collaboration, and I made it yesterday, and it went really well with banana slice. And then today I made Amanda's recipe, and it's really good like this. So I had a bit of mint, but anyway, I used it in my smoothie. So that's what I made. It's very good. It's almost gone.
It looks it.
I actually wanted to try out Nate's snickerdoodle recipe as well. I bookmarked that, so I'm glad that you showed us that. So I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, it's so simple. I love simple recipe. When it gets quite overwhelming sometimes. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Chris, you're up.
All right. Well, I feel a little self-conscious because it's just kind of a rendition from my book's recipe. As a little short on time, and I also don't have much ingredients. I'm just nearing the time where I really need to go shopping and restock. But what I have here is a little separated. I'd like to kind of blend her up again, but it's a candy apple smoothie or an apple pie smoothie. In my book, I have something called candy apples, which just apples with dates squished on the outside. But this is, for me, it's a big lunch. It's a pound of dates and 2 apples, and I have a shake of ginger, 2 cloves, a shake of allspice, and some Ceylon cinnamon in there. And I actually put warm water fresh from the distiller in there, so it's like a warm apple pie, and it's really ridiculous.
That's amazing. Did you use the cloves? Did you use the powder?
No, I just threw 2 whole cloves in there.
Wow, I have so many cloves. I'm gonna do that.
It's
That's
so
really
nice.
nice.
And with like a touch of the clove, allspice, and ginger, it's just like really warming and so cozy.
Nice.
And the dates and the apples together really add a little bit of a different kind of texture and taste, that hint of apple pie, but it's pretty darn tasty.
Wow.
Not feeling restricted with a giant apple pie for lunch.
No way. That sounds really good. See, guys, you can have apple pies for lunch.
Is it in the model diet book?
In the model guide, I have the candy apples, which is just, you know, taking that and blending it with some of those spices. So I could have made the candy apples, but I was just like, I really want this, and I guess, hey, it's a bonus. Bonus recipe.
Great.
Exactly.
Amazing. Super nice.
Okay, Tony, you're up.
Oh, another one, a sweet one from me, from my book, but I've used carob. So bananas, as always. Sky knows my chocolate.
No. I ended up living off it too.
I'm still on it. I said to him I'm gonna have a break, but yeah, I had to choose mine today because it was another, like Chris, we've been on call, so it was a quick one, literally few minutes to do. So I've got bananas, carob. I actually got this exquisite vanilla. Oh my god, if you put vanilla extract, it's just this creamy, it changes. It's like it tastes like actually peanut butter. So depending on what carob you get, because carob's quite more nutty than cacao, and it's not as, especially if you're coming away. So I'm choosing carob at the moment instead of cacao, especially at this time because it's 4:20 in Thailand. So I don't want too much cacao towards the evening. Early in the day for me is best. And you can choose almond milk or water, and I've just put water in it. And I actually like the consistency like this. I don't want it too thick sometimes. And you can choose whatever toppings. I've kept it simple today. Sometimes I add in mint, cacao nibs, but just this is my last meal of the day because I've eaten a lot today. I've done a lot of Nate soups. I should have saved them actually. I did like 4 recipes and I had them all because they were so good. But hey, I get greedy. But Nate, your soups are amazing. I can't wait to try it. I'm going to do everybody. I'm going to at least take a recipe from everybody's and film those. But I did loads of Nate's because I'm in the mood for soups. So has anyone else got recommendations for soups? But I've done 4 of Nate's soups so far. I'm enjoying those.
No, I do know after our retreat, I had the same vibe going on. I think because during lunch we were doing more savory, it was actually very hydrating but light to have the soup. I hadn't thought about it in years, but I did used to do many soups when I first went raw, but I didn't put any in this bundle.
Yeah. I wanted to try out Marabella's soup. Lisa was trying out tomato basil soup. That looks really good.
I've got some soups in mine. I've got the similar one, the tomato soup.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to try that.
All right. Wendy, are you ready? Let me bring you up.
Hi, yes, I'm ready. How are you?
Good, how are you? Welcome. Also, anybody just joining us, these are all recipes as part of the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. It's only on until the 11th, and all of these recipes are part of it. And if you want to have a look, go down and support in the description on YouTube your favorite creator. The link will be next to their name.
So hi, so my favorite actually has been this juice from Jennifer. I spoke with her on YouTube or also a couple of days ago, and It's called the Ruby Red Love Juice. And well, I know that some of us have been going through some health challenges, and so has she. And I think this is one of those amazing, delicious. I love the taste of red beets. So there's red beets in here. Are so healing, and I feel love the taste, and it's healing. I think we're doing awesome. So here is and this is my little girl who always wants to talk when we are doing this live. So
she's born YouTuber, I say.
Again?
She's a born YouTuber. I feel like she's getting more and more confident the more that you're on camera with her, and she just wants to move across and do some mukbangs.
No, she wants to talk. Yeah, she wants to. And she always grabs everything. So I always like, okay, I don't want to be too. I don't want to be too much ready on the table, because then she she takes everything. So we have Ruby Red Love Juice from Jennifer, and her book is Give Plants a Chance, Smoothies and Juices. So I totally love that. Hope you guys can still hear me, even though the little girl is chatting over there. And like I said, I would need it. I was asking you guys in the group for some help on fast recipes, because I had some trouble downloading the bundle. And well, besides her book that I made some recipes, yeah, I actually just going to showcase Chris's awesome creativeness, because I'm sure this one's not in the bundle, but maybe it is. I don't know. But yesterday I got some plantain. You know plantain?
Yes.
So I wanted to try plantain pancakes. I made them for the first time. And I remember Chris talking about that last time. So yeah, I want to do that for you just because it looks good. And after that, I will continue with my juice, because I have the ingredients for green juice from Jennifer as well. But first, the pancakes. Let's load them up.
What are you putting on it?
So this is, well, I think Chris makes syrup originally, but I like it's more like a jam. So I wanted to make cake for my eldest and for her, because she had her birthday last week and he will have it in 10 days. So I wanted to try out some different kind of cakes and things like that. But I think she's going to steal all of this. Wait, let's put it here. So I got some black berries from the freezer and some raspberries from the freezer. They're still thawing. And these ones just came from the dehydrator. So you make them like this. And then for the last hour or so, you turn them around so that the bottom gets dry too. And as you see, she already knows she's going to love this. Right.
Hey, Elena.
So I don't know how this is going to turn out, because this is my first attempt. And I hope, Chris, am I doing this right?
Looks great. Yeah, it's going to be like a layered pancake cake. Looks awesome.
Pancake cake, I like it.
So you can make all this stuff strong with psyllium husk, but it turns out I opened my jar and it was like almost empty.
Oh.
It wasn't meant to be.
So it's becoming like this. And would be cool if I could bring you guys down a bit. Like, see if we can bring you up to here. So like that. And then let's see.
Oh, it looks
Maybe I'll
so
turn it
nice.
around so you guys see all the layers.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Looks, I want to try it.
Very nice.
Oh my god, it looks so fluffy.
It is.
That's impressive.
Well,
And Your
I
daughter's
just
been
don't
very
know what's supposed
patient.
to squish it that much, but
Tony's like, I can't be that patient with pancakes.
I know.
look it up. Okay, look it up. Look
Oh, wow.
look
Look at that.
That's
Okay.
impressive.
Wow.
So now we're gonna give this to the little girl.
Oh,
Tony,
yes.
we have to make a batch of 100
Can't
and
wait.
feed them.
Yes. Oh,
Well,
she's been
there it
really
goes.
patient.
So actually, I had this prepared more in a jelly form so that it stayed, but I just took the the plastic bag where you can beautifully squeeze
see.
it, and I
Yes.
saw there was some mold on the top, so I just made a new one just now.
Like a piping bag.
Yes, piping bag. Okay.
So Elena, tell
I,
us how
I
it
know
is.
the three enjoyed
Go
Yeah.
for it.
the planet, guys. It's so
Allow it.
funny.
It's
So
just
let her do that. So yeah, I don't think I have any trouble getting my kids to eat healthy.
Not at all. She's the poster girl for it, right?
Truly, yeah.
And
So much
so
fine, right place.
let's decorate the plate a little bit more, and I have these grapes as well. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, see how she like digs in and starts eating. I think this is just the best example of how you can prove that your food's good.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know how they say people go quiet when they're enjoying the food, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
That's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah.
100%. So, Chris, was this in this book? In any of your books? This? Or is this
It's
something
not
from
in this bundle, but it's in.
No
I have three different versions in different books. And on my
Okay.
YouTube channel.
And so, repetition is really key here. Like repeat. So if you join the bundle a lot, like I did, and like you guys did, you kept reading through the books, and then there's some things that stick.
Yes. Yes, but anybody watching, the recipe is on Chris's channel, or go to his website and it's in some of his ebooks if anybody's interested.
I have a question, Chris and everyone else. So plantain, I've never used it for raw, and because, well, thanks to Chris, I bought this. This was like over a month ago, but I do believe it's a plantain, but I'm not sure. I waited until it becomes black, but you see, it's looking kind of sad. And the other
Yeah.
day I opened
looks
it.
a month old.
Yeah, those are actually quadrados.
What is it?
Quadrados are also burros. Yeah. Those are a different variety, which they likely are a little too far gone now.
Yeah. I was
Well,
gonna
they
say,
need to be buried and sent out to sea.
I mean, you can open one, peel one right now. Let's just see what's going on inside there. See if it's
how did you store it? How was it stored?
I just left it on the
Oh, you could not do
countertop.
that here. The flies would have them.
Oh
Oh,
no,
the
no,
end.
it's still chilly here in Kyoto. It's good. I did make a pancake out of it. I just smashed. You see, it's still
still good.
Okay.
good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know the funny thing is my original pancake recipe was using burro, which is it's a very similar banana to this. Like it's a thicker, kind of more dense banana, and it works quite well. So I mean, I think those would probably still be perfect to use it. And then if you want, you can add a little bit of psyllium. If you want, a little bit of chia, and that just thickens it even more. And that's kind of one of the secrets of the recipe, is to have the batter as thick as humanly possible, like not in terms of like height, but in terms of the density, because then that's what creates fluffy texture. Because if it's thin, then it just, like regular bananas, just flatten. But
Yeah, I've been dreaming of your pancake, Chris, and I was so disappointed. Like
So
sorry to disappoint.
this is exactly why everybody should get the bundle, because you learn about new recipes and you get new inspiration and new ideas. And then even if you have like already have some books, you see something new and you can combine that and you get really inspired. At least that's how it works for me. Now I lost my fork.
Leonard's just learned to use a fork, maybe.
But like Kiko, look, guys,
Hang
it
on,
is
scoop it
so creamy. Like, look, the center is amazing. That's like so different. The center is like, yeah, like cake, and it really makes a difference that you have these layers. I think next time I'll have to wait a little bit for the sauce, but the center is just awesome. I'm just going to show
They
you.
look like real amazing pancakes.
Yeah, I think it's more cake than pancake, but that's great. And of
That's
course,
even better, right? That's a hard skill to get on with raw foods. Anyone
and,
watching this?
this is what mine look like. I saw them like that.
Oh my God.
Really,
Oh my gosh.
they're really
gigantic.
like soft. Like they just came for the tree and they opened the boxes of the plantain banana boxes, and they were like that. So I thought I never buy them because they're either yellow and you can see they're drying out and they have them for forever, or they are like green and they'll never become anything. And now I thought, wow, this looks like I could open it today. And this actually could have used that one as well. So I took the softest ones and first I ate them and they're a little starchy. I remember them from when I was visiting in Belize in Central America. And at that time, I didn't really like eating them, but now I was like, oh yeah, this starch might work really well in these recipes. So I was going through this bundle, like, does anybody have an awesome plantain recipe? And I was like, okay, I can't find it. We're making this one because, yeah, I think it's just so good. So for anybody watching, this one is not in the
free
bundle.
recipe, guys.
It's just a great recipe. Yeah, it's just an example of how you can find something new. And
Can I just ask, with the plantains in Mexico and Costa Rica, they're really green. So you in this, because it's raw, you would have to wait until, because I thought that's how is it just different plantains? I'm not too sure how.
You wait until they get really ripe, and like if you're in the tropics and they pick them closer to actually being ripe, then they have a little bit of a different ripening quality where they maybe won't get quite as black, but they will start to get softer and sweeter, and the starches turn into simple sugars. But if you're buying plantains outside of the tropics, typically they pick them earlier and they're higher starch, and you basically need to wait until they almost become completely black and floppy for them to be super sweet and easy to digest. But I have a full video that goes into like the 7 different stages of ripeness of the plantains and different uses for each of them and how to be able to tell, because you can really use them at different stages for different textures and stuff like that. But they get
I
like
wonder.
crazy. Like they can really taste like marshmallow bananas, like roasted marshmallow bananas when they're fully ripe. It's crazy.
yeah, it's more like that. Yeah, that's like really the flavor, like roasted, like roasted marshmallow bananas is the perfect explanation.
You mean
and
like
the reason I knew now to buy this one is because I visited the other country, and because there were these banana trees in all different kinds, and plantains, banana trees were everywhere. I don't know what these people did but made a lot of dishes with them. Any street vendor would have used plantains there. So I think it's originally from this country. And it is because I was there and I tasted and I saw them becoming yellow, just picking them almost yellow and getting black and stuff, that I now recognized, like, hey, I need this. Okay. Yeah, you guys can't see that, but I need to stop talking.
Cleaning up.
So this is just a call out. We all should visit Costa Rica or Belize or Guatemala.
But can you guys, like raw chef Ian, do you get plantain like that? Sorry, you're
You know what? Hold on.
something from the fridge. I have a very black one.
Oh wow.
Okay. And Sky, do you get that in Australia?
Like we would, but never seen them, but never looked. And maybe I have seen them, but just thought they're bananas. But I've never seen anything that big. I'll ask my fruit guy. I'll ask the guy I get mine off. Okay, let me bring
Oh, is that from Malaysia?
Yeah.
And that's plantain?
How would you store it? How would you store this? Because
In the
here, loads of flies would get in them, and no matter what covers I do, I can't get them to that color.
in the fridge. So okay, so I have a story. It's like this. I remember watching Chris's YouTube channel, and he was saying like you need to wait until it's like really black then to use it. So I tried to do that. I left it. I just left it on the counter and waited. And then when it was finally totally black, I opened it and it was like totally overripe and I couldn't use it.
Maggots.
Yeah. Then I talked to him and he said like I think once it's soft you can use it, soft to touch. I usually this one I think this one was because it was cut very very early actually, because they cut it when it was green and they gave it to me, and so I just left it there for a long time. Then I put it in the fridge because I had to travel, so I put it in the fridge, and then I came back and it was still hard, and then I took it outside, and then so I had I think 3. I opened one and it still tasted good. So I'll have the other 2 in the next few days. Yeah. So
That's funny. I should get it. I mean, Malaysia is so close, but we don't get any fruits from Malaysia. The only one we get here in Japan is Vietnam, Thailand. Yeah.
oh, that's strange. I don't know where they export the fruits to. Yeah. I know we export a lot of our durians to China.
Yeah, I wish I get Malaysian durian, but I never saw that.
Well, I'm just gonna mute you there, Wendy.
You can order it.
You can do too is you can if you go to your produce manager at your grocery store, and obviously I don't know in Japan for sure, but I know in general most grocery stores have a larger order sheet than they actually put on the shelf, so they might actually have plantains as something you can order. If you say like, hey, can you get a box of plantains? I'd like to try them, like I'll buy most of it. Oftentimes they will let you do it. And another thing with plantains, they are finicky in the sense that if they are picked too early, they may never properly ripen. They have a lower water content and they just get drier if they're picked too early. And a thing that can help with them is, one, make sure there's absolutely no breaks in the skin. As soon as there's a break in the skin, you're going to get the bugs, you're going to get fermentation, it's going to go off. And otherwise, it can be helpful to keep them in like a loose net. Like if they're all bunched together, they are much more prone to rot and to get mold on the outside. But if you have them like hanging in a loose netting or in a wicker basket or something like that, like single layer with indirect sunlight, because the sunlight is a UV, kills mold and stuff like that. So indirect sunlight, it'll help them ripen more smoothly, and occasionally turn them over. And it can seem a little bit funny, but if it does get a teeny bit of mold on the outside, I usually would just wash it really well and scrub that off and then put that side up to the sun. And I've never seen it really impact the inside of the fruit as long as it's just like a very small surface amount.
You are a plantain pro, Chris.
You are?
Commander, plantains are in the family, so.
It's so funny coming, you're from Canada and you live in Sweden.
Yeah.
He keeps it real. He's worldly.
Yeah. I've lived in the tropics. I've lived all over, but I love it all. But I love Sweden. It's sweet.
Cool.
Amazing. All right. Well, I can't see Chantel there. So there you are. Chantel, you're up.
I'm up. I made raw Sky's mock tuna.
Oh,
I hope you like it.
It's amazing, and what I love about it most is that I'm not in a kitchen right now. I'm in my office, and I managed to make it here without a kitchen. So, love it. This is like fast food from nature, and the recipe. But all of your recipes are great because they're really, really easy, which I love, because when I don't have access to a kitchen, this is a great way for me to actually just experiment with different things. Otherwise, I always have the same things. So this is so good. I love the celery and carrot combo. It's just simple, but just so tasty. I did tweak it a little bit because I had some extra ingredients that they were needing some love. So I chucked them in there. But other than that, I added mushrooms basically that were marinated in tamari and smoked paprika.
Oh, yum.
But aside from that, yeah, they make actually a nice tasting addition to it. But it's really, really good. And I didn't find nori yesterday, so I'm having it in a nice romaine leaf. And I have to it's breakfast still time, but I guess I've been eating it with a spoon, so I need to stop.
Savory breakfast.
I'm having this for breakfast, a very savory one. So good, Sky, you rocked it. So I said it last night, like I don't have a skin in the game of the bundle. I got myself one, I bought one, and I really suggest that people get it because it's just so rich. And then Chris, you have the course with Dr. Graham as well, which is amazing. I started watching it. There is another course also with Dr. Dina. I think when people don't, if they buy this bundle, they're actually getting so much value, because I believe that after the bundle finishes, getting one book is going to cost almost as much as the bundle. So, it's quite a nice investment, especially because then you can play with different dishes from all the creators here. So yeah, really good. And Sky, I love your book. It's so simple. It just slapped my alley.
Thank you. Well, it's called simple, right? Simple because it's simple.
So simple. Like even if you're a newbie to raw, you can make those dishes. Like you can't. It's not intimidating, because I mean sometimes raw dishes can be, you need a moment, to like work it out. I mean any dish for me, because I'm like I cannot stick to a recipe to save my life. But with these recipes that are so simple, sometimes raw recipes, because they require different layering, especially with desserts, they can get quite complicated. So they can be intimidating to people that don't have exposure to it. But I think what you created is so straightforward. And I mean, I actually looked at the books also from Kiko. Very simple, like straightforward ingredients, like you can have them, you can put them together and something amazing will come. And I think that's really how we draw people in, not to make them feel afraid of raw food. And even if the people don't want to be like fully raw, just adding more raw into your diet is so beneficial for you. You get to experiment with different flavors and plants, and that's really something that we need to do, especially with the fiber scarcity that we have in the world.
Well said, and thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, or you're enjoying it.
What's you eating? What are you eating there? What is it?
Mangoes.
Mangoes.
Oh, my favorite.
And this is pulasan. I don't know whether you. It's not rambutan. It's very similar to rambutans, but the spikes are thicker. Yeah.
Ah,
But
That looks
yeah.
so good.
what's it called? I want to have a look.
In Malaysia, we call it pulasan. Pulasan.
Let's see what it is.
Yeah.
Ulasan.
Yeah. It's mango season here right now, so the mangoes are really cheap. So I'm just like having mangoes every single day for dinner.
Yum.
In English, they are Nephilium rambutan egg.
Oh, interesting.
Sounds
Yeah.
very. Yeah, my gosh, they
Such
look
a tasty
nice.
family. All those tasty fall foods.
Okay. I have the skin.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Beautiful.
Let me bring you up again.
Yeah. That's how the skin looks like.
Were they
Wow.
You wanted to break it in half.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you cut it. I just cut it and then
In the middle.
into
you don't get them in Thailand? I don't think, do we?
I'm not
Do we?
sure.
You're there on your own. I don't know. I
I've
didn't
never
see
seen
any.
it. I haven't seen any, no. But I wonder if they're well, it'll be this year then. I mean, this month. So strange.
Yeah, I don't it doesn't, I don't see it that often in Malaysia. So I don't know whether it's seasonal or not. But when I see it, I usually get it. I get it from my neighborhood food store though. Because I find like if I get it in the supermarkets, it doesn't taste very good. But when I get it from my neighborhood fruit store, they get it from the wholesalers. So there's, I think, less people. So yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it looks
Go
like
ahead.
after you
Oh,
wipe it.
let me see.
This is so good. My God.
Yeah, those
Sorry.
look
Southern
awesome.
Thailand.
Oh, I'm glad it's good. That makes me happy.
So this
Yeah.
is sweeter. It's saying it's sweeter and juicier than rambutan. Oh, I've got to try that. I'm going to seek it out and I'm going to have a look. I'm on a
On a
mission.
mission. On a mission for sure.
Yeah, yes, it's juicier. I don't know whether it's sweeter. I think it depends on what rambutans you get as well. But it's juicier, yeah.
It says it's considered superior to rambutan.
It's going to kick it out of the market.
We'll do a comparison. I'll do a little video and come back to you.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
You should.
You
All
think?
right. Okay, so my turn. This smells so good. As we sat here, the smell's just wafting across. So Lisa has in Make It Raw. I haven't got it out because I'm not eating this late because I will go to bed after this and see Chris in the morning for an interview. But this is, can you see that? This
That
is
looks
the
good.
garlic glazed mushrooms.
Oh,
Make
yes, I
It-
saw you making them.
Yeah, Make It Raw 5 by Lisa. And I tell you what, oh my
Wow.
God, the smell of this.
How can you
Like-
resist? What?
Oh, I have to. Usually, I plan when I go to these parties. I'm like, oh, I won't eat this late. Like it's now 8 o'clock for me or whatever. I always end up eating, but it would not. I need a good night's sleep, and I would need to eat that earlier in the afternoon. So, but the smell, guys, and they're like, oh, the glaze, and
You put it in the dehydrator.
yes, and it's been candleized. It's been pre-frozen.
I love that. I love that. I heard it yesterday and I was like, okay, we're using it. We're on.
Oh, that's what you said to me. Was it you that it's been, I don't know the word. And I'm like, candleized.
Yeah, candlelight. Yeah, that was last night in our talk. It's true. I mean, it's such a genius word. Well done, Chris.
I
Yeah.
can't take credit.
You
I'll-
you didn't come up with it, but we did. But for you, you see, it goes
Yeah,
down,
yeah, no,
down,
I'm vastly honored by it. Lisa and Dr. Rick and Karen, they came up with that phrase, and it's definitely honored by it.
But
Do
listen,
you want to
it's
share,
great.
Chris, for those out there, anybody out there listening who's like, what is candleizing? Do you want to
Yeah.
share?
Yeah, for sure. So like, I like all vegetables, and cauliflower is one of my favorite, and I've been making curries with cauliflower for a really long time, and I like the crunch. But at one point, I think actually where it started from was I was developing a cabbage roll recipe, and I realized that like when greens are frozen, they come out all floppy, and so I froze a cabbage, and then I brought it out and just ran some warm water over the outer leaves. And then I could peel off the leaves one by one, and they'd be completely soft as if they're cooked. And I started experimenting with other vegetables, and I used that as the wrap for the cauliflower, or for cauliflower and walnut kind of insides to make nice, really authentic, soft cabbage rolls. And then I just started experimenting and playing with other veggies and realizing, like, freezing anything from cauliflowers to broccolis to Brussels sprouts to onions to carrots to a whole bunch of things. They really do soften. And really what happens is, especially if the produce is fresh, like if you have an old cabbage, it's not going to work the same as if you have a really nice, fresh, water-rich cabbage. When it freezes, at least overnight or up to 24 hours or more, the water expands. Like, we all notice when you put water in the ice cube trays, it gets bigger, and the ice crystals actually rupture some cell walls. So when you thaw it, it just becomes slightly broken down, and some of the nutrients are actually more accessible. It's easier to digest, and if you have extra produce, it's a great way to store it for longer and keep it fresh. So I just utilize that technique, and I usually just call it like freeze and thaw, and I use it for a bunch of things, even things like chickpeas or sprouted lentils. I like to make huge batches and then just freeze them in portion sizes and then bring them to normal temperature to mimic cooked food textures and flavors, but be way better for you. And yeah, it's really, really fun, adds a lot of dimension and different textures and flavors. And also some of those foods can be really inexpensive. So it's a good way to bring down the budget a little bit. And, you know, Lissa and others have utilized that because I've been outspoken about it and shared about it, of course. And one time she was over at Dr. Rick and Karen's house and they were just talking about that technique and, you know, how they've enjoyed using it in different recipes. And they're like, we should do something, like, we should call it candleizing it, you know, and at least that's the story that I heard. And they've been trying to get that to stick and in honor of me, I suppose. And yeah, I'm very flattered and honored by that.
So you should be.
Of course.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's so fun for, like whether you're making, like I said, the rolls or whether you're just looking to save extra stuff. Because sometimes I go to the grocer and they have bags and bags of arugula or spinach that are on sale because they're a little bit over past their prime, you know, or tons of cauliflower. And I just bring it all and freeze it. And it essentially slows the enzymatic process to almost nil. So there's very little nutrient loss, at least in the short to moderate time. And then it's amazing too, because like, for example, a spinach dip, like you can, you know, blend an avocado and just slow pulse in as much thawed spinach and arugula as possible and put like a pound of it in there. And then the texture is like a sog or like a spinach dip where it's cooked, you know, and, you know, regular onions, slicing them thin and then freezing them and thawing them. They seriously taste like sauteed onions, or cabbage tastes sauteed. So you can make like so many endless varieties and things, and it just expands the universe of texture.
So
That's amazing.
great tip.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely.
I'm gonna make a song. You know that one. Candleize it. Like legalize it, you know, but instead candleize it. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out.
Excited about that.
That's right. And
so just one question about this. So these mushrooms need to be candleized before?
You know, candleizing mushroom. I still feel weird saying it, like candleizing them.
Well, so they do, but how this went is in her recipe, yes, these are candleized, but I actually personally prefer crunch. So, and this comes from even when growing up, is when you made a stir fry, I want all the crunchy veggies. Like it's just a me thing. But then I made this yesterday and realized I wanted it today. So then I put it in the freezer after it had been partially dehydrated. So it became candleized because then I put it back in. And you can see the difference. It is like, it literally looks, I think out of all the foods, mushrooms very easily absorb and take on a texture and become almost cooked like anyway. But now it's really like they're sauteed. Like I don't think anyone would know. I will tell you tomorrow.
It's crazy how much the texture can change, right? And like mushrooms, if you candleize or freeze them, they're more stewed. Like they get kind of wet and like they've been cooked in a soup. And if you guys haven't ever tried like just fully dehydrating mushrooms till they're like crispy, and then put them in a recipe and let them soak up the sauce for 15 minutes, 20 minutes before eating them, another amazing texture, so darn delicious.
Yeah.
Look that up, Chris.
I also recommend to people who because this is the thing, right? People go raw and they would tell me all the reasons that they can't do it. And one of them is if they live in a cold climate, they need warm food. And I'm like, give me a food and I will tell you how you can eat it raw. And a huge thing is just making a batch of any curry sauce and having the candleized vegetables. And then once the sauce is a bit warm and the veggies have come out of the freezer, as you pour it over, and people are like, it tastes like it's cooked.
I've become addicted to that dish, and for those exact reasons, and served them to families whose ethnicity is, curry central, and been like, yeah, I wouldn't notice the difference. It's so fun.
Yeah. So guys out there, you can make it in the texture that you remember, recall, and have it warm.
Was it and make it Make It Raw or another?
Yes, no, that was in Make It Raw 5.
Ooh, great. And you like the barbecue sauce as well, right? You were mentioning.
Oh no, I did honey mustard. So I actually made yesterday my cabbage steaks, my 2 ingredient wraps, and then I wanted a sauce. So I did her honey mustard sauce. And that came together like chef's kiss. That was actually, I did a reel on that. I was like, I can't believe the flavors. So you can like interact in books, mix and match.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
very simple, easy to make as well.
Yes. So I was actually going to go around to each person and ask them to talk about their book or mention their book and what their favorite recipe is from the book, their book. So do you want to start, Ian?
Yeah, sure. So
Or talk
my
about your book? Yeah.
my book is actually so it's called Raw Roots Volume 1, the first 5 years. The reason why I wrote this book was because actually for practical reasons, because I had I'm still recovering from some finger injuries, so I had like trigger thumb and trigger finger, so I couldn't really make recipes. So I thought like, oh, why don't I write an ebook about my journey becoming raw and becoming a raw vegan chef and what I've been doing for the past few years. So I discovered raw food in 2014, and then I did my first raw food training in 2015, and then I did my 2 other raw courses in 2016, and then I started doing the raw vegan chef thing in 2016. So I started writing about that. I actually wanted to write from 2014 until now. Then I realized that there's so much to put in. I need to just work on volume 1. Yeah. So it's been really interesting to look back to see how it all started and what I've been doing. And then I realized like how passionate I was and how I couldn't take no as an answer. So I kept going to, I remember going to restaurants and going like, I know how to do raw food. I can do recipe development for you, you know, can I introduce some recipes? And then because I wanted to meet more raw people and I didn't know anybody who was raw in Malaysia. So I started organizing my own raw meetups and things like that. And then I think in 2016, I got a lot of opportunities, you know, like then I started getting invited to present at vegan festivals, do vegan demos, and then I got interviewed on the radio, I got interviewed in magazines, I got interviewed in newspapers, and then and then after that, I think I hosted the Airbnb experiences. I was like one of the pioneer hosts in KL. And then I did a couple of pop-up dinners as well. I did private dining as well and all that. So yeah, and then I got invited to present a TEDx talk. And I think the views, the last time I checked was like 87,000 people have viewed the talk already. And I think it's really funny that the TEDx team actually said like, oh, you know, it kind of goes against their regulations. But they're still putting it up anyway.
So why does it go against the regulations?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I made some, I don't know whether I made some claims. I think I made some claims about how it's anti-aging and all that. And they're like, no, that's not true. You know? Yeah. But it's still up. They put it up, they didn't take it down. So that's good.
Well, I mean, aren't you the walking guinea pig for it? How old? Tell people how old you are, if you don't mind.
I'm 53.
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically, like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it when you say, I actually think you're one of the youngest looking people your age I've ever encountered. So they can't take it down.
I know.
Yeah, people don't believe me when I tell them my age, and then I have to actually show them my ID. When I conduct classes, last time when I used to conduct in-person classes, my students will always demand that I show my ID to prove my real age because they just like don't believe me. Yeah. And then I talk about writing my first ebook and all that. And also, I think there's a bit of a business aspect in it as well. I mean, just for those who are interested in, taking this on as a profession. I show some actual emails on how I pitch to like the cooking studios, on me wanting to teach at the cooking studios, and I put the actual emails in, and things like that. So yeah, I think personally I also felt like it was something that I should write, because if not, I will start things as it is already. When I started writing it, I was like, oh, I did this, and oh, I did that, and I forgot about this. And actually, there's more that I wanted to put in, but I didn't have enough time to put in as well. So yeah, it's very easy to read because it's very picture based. So it's not like huge amount of words. There's I think there's enough balance of words and photos for you to kind of like flip through and skim through as well. Yeah. So that's my book, ebook. Raw.
So I went through it, and it's very, very inspiring. You've done so much. I was like, I just went through the first few pages. I'm like, that's probably what someone would in their lifetime like to do that. And it just kept going. And not that I've had time yet to read it all in detail, but you're amazing. And thank you for making it and sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to drop off already. But yeah. So I'm gonna go, but thanks. It was great meeting all of you guys. And I'll see you in the next party.
Thanks,
I'll
Yin.
see you, Chef Yin, in 20 minutes or
I'll
so.
see you, Kiko.
Soon.
Bye. So, okay. So, Kiko, you're up.
So I should go.
Talk about-
Yes. So my book this year is Namado 2. My last year's contribution was my ever first book called Namado. And this Namado, I am trying to share with you the image. So Namado 2, raw journey
Can't hear
through
Kiko anymore.
ups and downs. And that name was definitely inspired by our podcast with Sky and I, we do on Monday morning in our time. And so the first book was meant to be for anyone, anyone who doesn't know about raw vegan. And it's also good for long-term vegan. And I try to add some jokes and to make it easy for people, make it light. But I did also share some very personal stuff. And then for Namado 2, for me this was the audience was for the raw vegan community. I wasn't thinking of, I mean, it could be for anyone, but I was specifically thinking of the people who are doing it for long term. But I had some people read this before I published it. I had some of my friends read it, and they had no interest in raw vegan. And they all loved it. Some of them said that, Kiko, you have to publish it. Like you owe it to ancestor. So they like the contents, and also
Sorry,
how.
Kiko. Chantel's just going. I was just going to say goodbye to her quickly.
Okay. Bye, Chantal.
Bye. Thanks for joining.
Bye, guys. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Mhm.
You're back. We'll put you back. Sorry.
I'm back. Yes. So yeah, definitely it was inspired. And I talked a lot in the podcast with Sky, but I have just went into more detail. There's so many things that I have forgotten about my journey, more recent journey. So I've shared that roots, and something that's I believe that I needed to hear as a long-term raw vegan. So that was my story. And this time it's just my story of being on this journey for a long period of time. I didn't put any recipe because it was just already a lot or in the story itself.
Thank you. I appreciate that because I think the knowledge that somebody who's been doing this for 21 years is like
Wow.
priceless. How long have you been raw, Chris? 20?
Long. To say a minute.
Just celebrated 22.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Woohoo!
And you're still alive. Oh my goodness.
I am wasting away, and I have to take steroids every single day, and it's really rough. But I'm surviving. It keeps getting better and better, I tell you. That's for sure. And every step towards more and more fresh foods. And I think Wendy mentioned it, I believe Wendy mentioned it earlier, like this bundle isn't about like laws and rules and you must do this. It's about adding in more freshness and adding in more consciousness and attention and loving attention to ourselves and the world. And every bite you take in that direction and every walk and thought you take in that direction makes a huge impact.
Well said, like really well said. You know, anytime I hear somebody say, I still send me messages, I eat more fruit every day because of you. Or even when I see my nieces, do you have celery or cucumber? What about the nice cream? I feel like they're the things you want to hear because, you know, it's for someone to come up and be like, oh, I'm now just going to eat this way. Even for me to change my life was a huge task, but to hear people taking those steps and the fresh food and no dogma is the best thing.
Yeah, and I think it's one of the reasons, like I inspire everyone around me, but as long as they are away from me, they forget about it. And it's one of the reasons that I'm online now, because I was just hiding for a long period of time, right? Like I wanted to write this book for 22 years now. It's been 22.5 years that I've started Raw Vegan Lifestyle. And I wanted to share, but I couldn't. And I don't know if I was able to finish my first book without being, you know, without having this community. So I really thank you guys. You know, each one of you all are so wonderful. And it was definitely one of my missing key of being, you know, successful in this lifestyle.
Oh, we love you, Kiko. I love that you're finding your voice and what you want to share and things that have sat on your chest.
Thank you. So if you have read, if anyone read it, I want a, you know, candid review because I want to improve. I got pretty good review from people outside of this community, but I'm really curious. So if anyone's watching and, you know, have some comments, please contact me DM.
I for sure will, Pico.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wendy.
We spoke yesterday morning around this time, right? And I told you I didn't have time to get into your book yet, but last night, even though it was very ill yesterday, I couldn't catch sleep. So I thought, well, let's look at the bundle, and I tried your book.
I love that.
It is as catchy as the first one. It's really like addictive to continue to read. So I haven't finished, of course. I just got started, but this is my feeling, my personal.
Thank you.
So it's really like when you read it, you think, oh, this is written for me. Like, you know, like you caught in it, like a real romance that you know, like that they are famous in the bookstores and are all over TV and stuff like that. So yeah, I think you have a writer's gift.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that, Wendy. And I get that, but I don't know. I told my husband this is gonna be the last time.
Okay, well, in that case, well, when it's finished, I'll try to remember some hard critics and give you that feedback as well.
But Kiko, you do know everyone rolls into the bundle and probably says the same thing. You've got all these books, you're about to start, you've got your content ready, you got the book, and you're like, did I really want to do this? And then you change your mind and you keep going. We're still just started this round, right?
Yeah, no, I'm really grateful for the opportunity, because this time as well, so many times I said, I can't do it. And I am not using AI correctly. I was speaking to Chris yesterday also on the live, and I think I can learn so much from people like you. Like it's the way with AI, I had to rewrite out the whole thing, because whenever I get help with AI, it's just very AI like. It becomes very empty story. So yeah, Tony, do you have that experience as
You've
well?
got depth. You've got a lot to share, Kiko. So I think that keep that realness. I think you do you know. I think
Thank
you're
you.
so inspiring. It's
Aw,
a lot of
thank
depth.
you.
Your book is
I
not
love
AI. Your book is not AI.
Oh no, I could not, because whenever I did it, my husband said, this is not you.
Yeah.
When I use it for organizing, he would see it right away. So yeah, everything is written by me. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that, Kiko. Okay, Wendy, do you want to talk? I know we've done a live, but do you want to share with everybody a bit about your book and any of your favorite recipes?
Sure, I can share about my book. So I talk about toxin-free childhood. I should have called it Volume 1, like Rasa, yeah. Because I already shared it before that I had this outline of like 10 big chapters and then, divided. And then I was at 1/3. And I was like, okay, if I'm going to write this all out, including recipes, it's going to be a lot. So the other topics got to go in a different book. So I'm not done writing, definitely. I love it.
Oh, that's good.
So toxin-free living, and especially childhood, is really inspired by the idea of getting pregnant, starting a family, or somebody moving into a new, more natural home, and they want to like avoid toxins in their house. And I wanted to highlight some aspects that a lot of people miss, and give alternatives. So it brings solutions for everybody who's wondering, how can I live a more authentic, natural life with authentic, natural products? Like we are all using our phone and our computers right now, which is full of different kind of metals and silicon and from sand and and it's got batteries and it's all like bad, but it is really good for us so we can communicate. And in a way, of course, we need that. But there are a lot of other products that we do not need to use plastics. And when you have a silicone sheet, for example, for this rack, right? So I'm just taking the dehydrator as an example. So I have this rack and it's metal. And I think that's a good thing because it'll last a lifetime if you be careful with it, and maybe even more lifetimes. And it's easy to be reused after and recycled. Now, there's a lot of dehydrators sold in the Netherlands. I think every brand that has some sort of kitchen product has a dehydrator for sale, and they're 100% plastic. They've got these round plastic things that you have to stack. These plastics have softeners in it. They have components that make the material a little bit flexible enough for it not to break. And these harden out over time. And everybody also have heard of BPA or phthalates. And these products are not natural. They do not come forth, how do you say that? They do not exist and come out in nature by themselves in such big amounts that we are using in our homes. So I'm just highlighting this problem that maybe this one BPA or this one phthalate or this one plastic product is not so bad and they're all tested. That's true. But now imagine all your products being made like that. And then also imagine products that you use with food that you're actually eating are made like that. That you are breathing in, that's even worse because it comes like in your lungs, it goes directly in your bloodstream. It doesn't even pass by stomach acid and the digestive system before it, it gets absorbed in the large intestine. So my book offers solutions for all of those who want replacement products. Now, to make the book not too long, like I said, it focuses mainly on the kitchen cabinet underneath there, where most people keep their cleaning products, and in the bathroom cabinet, where most of people keep their toiletries. And it's called childhood, toxin-free childhood, because the idea of starting a new family, of starting a new home, comes with, okay, so I have this fresh new baby. How am I going to wash the baby? Do I actually need to wash the baby with soap? And if I do, what can I use that will, when it is absorbed through the skin in your blood, it has beneficial products for this baby instead of harmful ones that will actually put a burden on the liver and the kidneys and on the child itself. And I highlight as well on the little bit esoteric aspect, the bonding, the nervous system of the child, because all these substances that I just spoke about in the dehydrator can also exist in a mattress that people buy for the baby, or in one of those wobbly chairs that people buy, or in the car seat that people buy, or in the soap for the baby, or the bottom cream. Because even if you want to use nothing, at some point maybe the baby's butt is all red and broken and you still want to put something on that. So it provides solutions for everybody to first understand what is in the products, and second, how to pick an alternative that is helpful. And I wanted to say my baby bottom cream is my favorite, but that's not because I found a brand that is so awesome. I do not want to try replicating that. But of course, that's in my book. I really like my toothpaste that I've been using for the last, way before I went raw. And actually, behind me, I'm making some limonene. Oh, I still have problems pronouncing some of these words. This is my orange peels. You see, they've been soaking, so I will squish them later. It's finished. You see that the liquids got all dark. That's because the limonene has been absorbed by the vinegar, and now I have this really cool, awesome degreaser cleaning product that I can use in my kitchen, on the floor, in the bathroom, and if I want, in minimal amounts, even in products for my skin. So that's something that we do. You guys are so quiet. I'm like, oh my, I'm going so boring.
No, it's inspiring.
You sounded passionate. You sounded like you really went through that and that experience that obviously you went through, and now you can help other mums.
I just interviewed Wendy yesterday, and I really enjoyed the book. There's so many recipes. I like DIY stuff, and there are so many recipes that I didn't know how to make. So brosse dentifrice en français, toothbrush. My mind is mixed. It's like jungle right now.
When you got problems,
talk about this language. Yesterday, dentifrice, and I showed on screen, and we talk about it a lot. So I think it stuck with you.
Yeah, exactly. So I really like your book. It's so well organized, and it's just so easy to go to, whenever you need certain things. Like you don't have to read the whole book. You can just skim through. And yeah, it's really well done. It's well designed as well.
Yeah, you can look up stuff. That's the whole idea that okay, I need some advice on a new water filter. There's so many kinds. Like every brand wants to sell their kind, the one that sell osmosis, one sell you osmosis is the best. The one that sell distillers say distilling is the only best way to get everything out. And there are pros and cons, and I try not to be too much directive. So I really try to highlight the pros and the cons of each solution so that you're able to make your own choice and do what's best for you. And I also put some cool pictures in of the off-grid house in Spain so that you can see like water filtering, what you really need to do when it comes from the ground, and you have this pump that is surrounded by orange tree fields, which obviously are sprayed. And then you can see like, wow, there's a lot more going on than like people say tap water is bad, but look at groundwater from an area where there's farming going on. That's like way worse. Like, the river Ganges, you do not want to drink that. So yeah, I really, and there's really some debunking in there as well. Like there's a lot of complaint about the air quality, right? I live pretty close to the airport. There are cars in front of our street. I've been to Bangkok. Now that's cars in front of your street. I went to Chiang Mai. If you are in that inner circle of Chiang Mai, I constantly heard it here in my chest. I was like, it hurts so much. I don't know. I thought I was getting ill or there was something wrong. And then we moved from the hotel to Airbnb just outside that center circle, and it finished. We went back to visit some friends, and it came back, and then I realized there's all these old diesel cars, trucks, little scooters, and they all have such bad
Sorry, Wendy, can I get you to hold for a second? I would just say goodbye to Kiko.
Sorry.
Yeah, oh, you're
Hi.
gonna
Yeah, I'm gonna interview Raw Chef Ian. Thanks so much. This was fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiko.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
sorry. Cut over that. I couldn't want to get over that. Okay, let's just say to finish this story on the air. So the air quality there was bad, but here most of the areas are really, really good, even living next to us, because, and I put the links to the scientific research. Air quality inside your house is 98% worse than it is outside, just because people close their window. 98%. Wow. So 98%.
Outside.
I've got air purifier, dehumidifier. I've got the lot, but it's when, because I'm out the way now. I probably don't even need. I've got an industrial size air purifier. I think I'm going to sell it because I don't really need it. But the clear, yeah, it's just fresh here where I am, surrounded by just green.
Yeah, all you need to do is open the window and ventilate. Not open only gigantic, but just a little bit, like just ventilate. Moving air is the most important thing ever. It's like moving lymph system. It's a fresh river compared to a puddle of mud. Muddle.
Yeah. It's interesting, because all those machines with someone with mast cell activation, I'm better off breathing in pollution or even fresh air pollution than I am to have machines around me. I will just get really, really, it's like my nervous system around fields starts to shake. So it's like, it's good, but then it's always listen to how things affect. And there's nothing better than fresh air if you can get it, right? If you can get it. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Wendy. Okay, Chris, you're up.
Well. So I have two products in the bundle this year, and they're two big ones that have been on my mind and heart for a long time, especially the model diet. That's my main, just me kind of premier book. It's funny, during some of these lives, I've been mentioning that I have had it in concept for a long time and even bought the URL around a decade ago. But I actually just checked, 'cause I was curious. I was like, am I accurate in that? And I bought the URL in 2013. So it's been 13 years that this book has been in concept and slowly building up in my mind. And it's essentially, my magnum opus, like my life's work in terms of raw food, holistic nutrition, and bringing it down into a really simple, grounded, well-structured kind of outlook and plan that isn't a prescription, but rather is a direction to look at, ways of thinking to consider. It starts out by really acknowledging and giving onus to Dr. Graham, standing on his shoulders, and moving through my story and how to use the book. And then, the first look at the book, you can think that it's the model diet, and I'm sitting there with my abs, that it's all about that. That's only one component of it, and it's kind of the three trifecta definition of it, which I go into that in chapter 1, the three different meanings between it being like a model as in a template, and a model as in what nature has provided, and a model as in health and vitality is attractive, and it's a model diet for humanity, in terms of ecology and creating more of a compassion driven lifestyle. So it really I tried to hit every single angle as humanly possible, to cover everything. And of course there's going to be some little tidbits that are left out, of course, and bless digital material so you can continually update if you want to. But there's amazing transformation stories, and almost any topic you could think about. It grew and grew and grew. Originally, when I first bought the URL, I really was thinking of making like a short, like 30-40 page book about the model diet, and it slowly just became a monster in my mind, and I'd put it off and put it off and put it off until this year I was just like, this is it. For this year's bundle, I was like, this is the book to do. Like, it's time to actually make it happen. It's got 20, what is that, 21 recipes, or no, 26 recipes. Yeah, 26 recipes in it. Very simple, kind of the backbone of the lifestyle kind of recipe. And it ties everything together with the full picture, and then going all the way down into a model diet for humanity. And it's interestingly turned out to be exactly 411 pages, which is a very special number for me. And there was zero intention around that. When I started really like putting all the kind of scraps together, I was thinking it was going to be a few hundred at least. But by the time I was done and added some pictures, it's 411 pages. And I grew up in 411 Candle Place in Saskatoon. It was the house my parents moved into like months before I was born, and they still live in it. And also, one of my biggest accomplishments in skateboarding was having a trick in a magazine called 411 Video Magazine, which is one of the biggest ones in Canada, or no, in the world, actually, back in the 90s and early 2000s. So for me, it's a very special number, and I was just like, oh, this is so perfect. I love it. And I'm really excited to share that, and all the tasty recipes in there. And then the other one, which I'm just so ridiculously honored to have been able to co-create with my friend and mentor and colleague, Dr. Doug Graham, is the 80-10-10 Masterclass, which I think most people in the raw food world know. The 80-10-10 diet is considered a cornerstone of fruit-based raw food living, and often even a Bible of a fruit-based raw food diet. And Dr. Graham's a giant in the scene, and it's so awesome to have him here in the bundle. And the course itself actually has the 80-10-10 diet ebook included in it as a bonus, because it's based off of that and goes deeper. So we wanted to make sure in module 1 that people have access to the original source, and to be able to utilize that too. But yeah, Dr. Graham and I, we spent like around 25 hours talking on Zooms, going through my lists of questions, and creating a really in-depth course that ended up being over 17 and a half hours of content. 29 videos, and 26 of those videos are in the actual 5-module kind of split up. And each one of those videos has synopsises and handouts for action steps and so much more to help bring the points home, because there's one thing, learning something, and there's something totally different when you actually apply that knowledge and, put a little bit more conscious attention into it. So yeah, I'm just really a little bit pulled thin because it's been a lot the last bunch of
amazing.
It's between that and trying to be in the background as one of the admins for the bundle with Alyssa, and going through everything. It's been quite a bit. So I'm gonna sleep for a week after the bundle, but I'm so happy that we're here and coming together and spreading all this, and to bring these contributions and Dr. Graham into the bundle as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you so much for doing the books and the course as well. So, and anyone who's listening, please know that I've attached in the description, if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook, everyone's link to buy the bundle. So it's next to each person's name, and you will be supporting that person. So that's why there's different links below for the bundle. So yeah, thanks, Chris. Now, Tony, you're up. Welcome to the bundle. You're a newbie.
I am, and I was in last minute as well, so it was all a bit intense, but it was a book I'd already was thinking about anyways in the stage of my journey now. It's a really sentimental to me, because I've shifted a lot over the years. I was talking to Chris earlier about my intense, fast-paced energy has come down to more slow, and I do feel the food, this lifestyle has connected me with this more feminine and slowness, more just connected. So Freedom from Food Noise is my ebook, and it's been an interesting journey on this, and I find that I'm consistently shifting and evolving, expanding, and it's a beautiful experience. I'm so happy to be part of this bundle and part of your life, so thank you so much. And I would say the book is primarily focused on nervous system support, slowing down, coming back to self, coming back to center. You're going to see a lot more spiritual ebooks from me. And Wendy, you've inspired me to do like a DIY for dogs. I have a lot of natural products for dogs, so I think that's going to be on the next as one of them. So thank you for that, Wendy. So it's really reconnecting and slowing down simple recipes. I've got 20 recipes, and it's really, for me, it is about simplicity and then building on from that. So you can experiment, you can explore and see what taste you like, add in, not add in. But my favorite, because of this I've got literally a tree, mango tree right in front of my house, and I'm absolutely loving freezing the mango. So doing the candleizing, I suppose. It's the Okrong mango. Have you had it?
No, I thought you were saying okra at first. So it's too early.
It's the Okrong mango. I don't know if anyone's tried it, but it's one of the sweetest ones. Oh, it's so divine. When it's frozen and you just fawn it out a little bit, oh man, it's just. And then I put it in this recipe. It's my mango zucchini noodle bowl. Oh my gosh, it's divine. I love zucchini noodles. And then just a simple lemon drizzle on there, and it's just so easy but tasty and light. And when you have the best mangoes like we do here, it is even more exquisite. It's just it's probably one of my favorites out the ebook, out my recipes. I've got like 10 sweet and 10 savory, and only like between 3 and 5 ingredients tops for all of mine. So we're making it simple for everybody. Super simple, super delicious and healthy and light on the digestion, so that you're actually coming within. I think it's good to have tasty food and variety, but not always on a plate. We want to keep that simple, especially if you're wanting to reset recenter. I think it has a place. It doesn't have to be all the time, but if you feel called to just have a little bit more simple and slowing down and resetting, a bit like a detox, then these are great recipes that you're still going to feel full, but you're going to feel lighter, that you can actually actually go within and do a lot more of the for me it's meditation, and I talk about that in the book, about stepping into stillness. So that's what my book is mostly about, just connecting to you, going in, using your own guidance system, so tapping into that. And that's what I'm helping a lot with my clients, slowing down and reconnecting.
Thank you. That sounds amazing. And thank you for joining the bundle. More fun. More for everybody watching. And
Thank
bye.
you.
Okay, so that's me. Okay, so in this bundle, I have 2 books. I have Simple Raw Recipes and Raw Beauty. And the Simple Raw Recipes essentially, so when I look at recipes, I, as a chef, always see the foundation as to what I build. And I can make multiple breads, I can make multiple wraps, make multiple pizzas, but there's always just 1 to 2, 3 or 4 ingredients that create it. And I also get pulled in watching plant-based creators do like viral trends, where what's a viral trend? So they might do a 2-ingredient wrap, or there's a viral carrot wrap, and I'll see what's trending is like a cabbage steak. And I'm like, how do I make that raw? Like because people are using, the reason it trends is there's only a couple ingredients and people like the ease of that. So I like the ease of that too. Also, if you're eating a raw diet, a lot of the time we eat very fresh, very watery, very simple. So when you have something that's been condensed, even a cup sun-dried tomato straight out of the dehydrator is going to taste very intense. So we don't always need a lot of ingredients. So these are very simple ingredients, but I also encourage you to use, like Chris did today, where he used like the base of one of his recipes, but for the smoothie, he added a couple more ingredients because either he felt like it, or they're in season, or they're about to go off. I encourage people, once you learn the base of a recipe, a couple of ingredients, like my 3-ingredient bread, like for Easter, I will add cacao and macadamias to the recipe to make it like Easter buns. And for if I want something savory, I might add some sun-dried tomato and onion. It's about knowing like the basics of raw food recipes, but feel free to add into that. So, oh my God, I keep smelling Liz's mushrooms keep walking past me. I'm like, oh, that smells so good. So there's that. The other is Raw Beauty. And when I first healed, I had to not only eat very simply, like even adding any spice was off the list, and much dehydrated food. It was very fresh foods. I could only also use coconut oil on my skin, bicarb for washing, and food grade products if I wanted to treat myself. So I put a book together of all the things that I used in my deepest healing, and still use some of them today to share with you guys, so that you can know that food can also be skincare. So I've got in the fridge at the moment, remaking it's reminded me of how much I love it, is like cucumber and aloe cleanser, or oatmeal face masks, or flaxseed Botox. And that was trending. People were cooking up the flaxseed and using the gel to get these beautiful skin effects. So I just made that raw. Rosemary hair growth. I loved when I was healing, using like the lemon spray to lighten my hair. There's a huge amount in there, which hopefully can support you on your journey, especially for those sensitive. And it kind of is very similar to, well, Wendy's, I feel, she has different products and uses different things, but she has a lot of the cleaning. But mine's all about beauty and fun, and it is simple as well. So yeah, that's my contributions. And if you don't know what we're talking about, people, we're talking about the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, which is on right now until the 11th of May. There's 32 contributions. All of us here have contributed, and we've spoken about it today. It is worth over $1,500, and for just until the 11th, you can get it for just $50. So as you've just heard, you get so much. It is
What
a
a
bar.
It's such a
Incredible.
deal. It's so amazing. Just all the different books that we've talked about right in this live cover so much angles, like so many different angles. And, I hear themes of simplicity and, flexibility and, going into beauty and skincare and home care and health and mindset. And, the whole package is really represented. It can meet anyone where they're at and bring them to where they want to go, or at least give them the tools for them to be able to do it themselves. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Tony said it as well earlier about how people you don't have to be raw. Like these, just having the knowledge can help family members, help you in the right direction. And I hope as well that all that variety stops, because a lot of people might say that's so overwhelming. But the idea is that you take what resonates with you at different times.
Yeah. Then you have the tool book, right? Then you have the toolbox for when you have like, oh, I got a lot of extra time right now, and I actually feel like making some sandwiches. It's like, wow, now I can make sandwiches. It's like whenever you actually want to rise to that occasion, you can, and it can be as simple as we're talking about, as simple as possible, so that it's underwhelming, because sometimes we want to slow down, as Tony's been talking about, and really tune in and make it really, really easy. And other times we want to throw a party and invite people in who think we're just eating bananas and carrots and that we're crazy, so it can be anyone and help you expand your social life and have more ease. I think that's one thing that all of us really want to bring into this, is make it easier, more accessible, more lighthearted, and just like a walk in the park, and I think with the tools in the bundle and all of our different specialities and what we bring to the table, it's going to help people so much.
Yeah, it's sorry, Wendy.
No worries. I was just hoping that there are also people watching who, like me, who thinks this is just so much fun, and you just have to have the bundle because it's just so fun to be part of this community, and they just want to be part of, this video, this Zoom, all the other live videos, and you just get so curious. I mean, Chris's book, for example, yes, you need to slow down, but when you don't have, like me, I have these kids pulling on me all day. I mean, nobody takes care of them except me. Unfortunately, I had to go to page 261 or something. But then you have like recipes. It's like 500 pages, like 3 ingredients, put them together. 3 ingredients, put them together. Like this. I love this. Like, this is what I need. Like, I definitely want the bread. I want to eat the bread. I mean, I don't see time to make the bread, though.
But you may one day. What happens when Elena comes out and goes, Mum, I'm over the crepes in the morning. I'm over the pancakes. I need some bread. You've got a book there, right? You never know. Like, it'd be fun to do something like that.
I have a teenager now who, if I do not make him gourmet dinners, he's going crazy. He's going to Opanoma, which is the grandma and the grandpa, and he's come back. He says, "I'm not hungry." I'm like, "Oh no." Because they've been feeding him. So yeah, this happens, this happens. We have to let them make their own choices. But I put a little bit of that pancake stuff aside for him later, and I saw these photos, Tony, of these breads. So okay, if I have the ingredients, I will go for it. And you too, Sky. You have 2 breads as well, right? So
yeah. One is in the comfort book, and the other is in the 3 ingredient in the simple book.
Yeah.
Has one too in the comfort book.
Yeah, and otherwise we're going to go for Chris's awesome solutions, which have a lot of smoothies and a lot of bananas, and like that's what they like. That's what these kids want. The banana.
Everybody, right?
They wear the T-shirt with pride.
Banana power.
What you want to say?
Good backbone.
Backbone.
Yeah, like it's such a good staple, to have bananas as an easy, inexpensive, year-round, filling staple.
Oh yeah, mangoes too.
Yeah.
I mean, mangoes. I realized just yesterday that I'm getting mangoes at the same price as bananas. So I'm like, you guys have the bananas, I take the mango. They're not the best in the world, but they're the same price as the bananas. So hey, I mean, like if 1 out of 3 is kind of boring taste and the other 3 are amazing, I blend them. You don't taste that one that's a little watery. You just have more smoothie. I mean, that's lovely. You put that over your zucchini carrot noodles. Hey, some cooked up. We have a dinner.
Yeah.
That's just because I saw a lot of noodle recipes again in a book of the model diet, and I was like, yeah, okay, I don't want to eat that for breakfast, but I just want to have mentioned how easy and fast it is to make a raw dinner that anybody can do. Like anybody watching that is looking this video all the way to the end or skipping through to here, and it's like, I don't know, I just need. I need a solution for my dinner. It's also, 20 ingredients. I have to go to 5 different stores. You don't have to. Sometimes you want to, but you don't have to. It's not obligatory. So, yeah. So have 3 evenings of something easy, and then you have a lot of time to figure out what to do with all these breads and go make them.
Yeah.
Right. And we want to hear how it all goes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we will do that. I mean, I normally make, and there was another recipe with plantain. I don't know if it was you, Sky, or also from Chris, but I definitely need to find it back in these more than 200 of ebooks. I need to make.
Oh, are you talking about in the old books, like other bundles?
Last year.
I did like a banana pancake stack that was banana and dates years ago, and it was covered in cream and strawberry.
And strawberry. But no, there is another one with plantain where you can make bread with plantain. I don't know who made that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe Daniel of Enzyme,
I have a layer cake with plantain in last year's dessert book. And then
that was it. Oh, that's the one I wanted to make. Oh, dear, too bad. Okay, we do that.
Coconut chocolate icing with a plantain, like thick plantain layers, and it's really cakey and fluffy. It's pretty tasty. And then there's the cinnamon buns.
Oh,
yeah. Then they
raw sounds so terrible. Like eating this way is just so hard with coconut. Cinnamon roll.
We have to chew raw beans. We have to chew all these carrots all the day. We're only having celery sticks. No.
But it's funny, when you talk about them, I'm quite happy with them too. But then when I come across something a bit more decadent, I'm like, wow. And I feel like raw, the flavor punches. Like I don't remember cooked food ever punching. Yes, some can be stimulating and comforting, but raw food, it's like you feel it, it talks. And I also feel like what Tony said about how she's been going on this journey and she's more calmer. I feel like raw food teaches us soul lessons. We can't avoid not learning, and that's hard, I guess, for some people who aren't raw to understand. But you get to eat meals that are full of flavor, that are teaching me soul lessons. I'm like, how good does this get?
Yeah.
It's so expansive. Go ahead. Sorry, Tony.
No, I was just saying, bringing back to who you really are, and with nature. We're nature's children.
It's such a different experience eating like a nice raw meal where you eat it and you feel light and expansive and joyous, and like you want to dance while you're eating it. Whereas like you eat something heavy and cooked and you feel sunk into the couch and more kind of like down and ready to just like watch TV,
Yeah, but it's been 20 years for you. How do you even remember how it was like? Or this is just, anecdotes from others?
Well, I know both, but at the same time, I've been outspoken that it's not that I've ever had no cooked bites of food. I can count on one hand the full cooked meals I've had, except for a couple major slips early on in my journey. But my Sambo is a vegan chef, so there's been occasional times. It happened more about like 4 years ago where she made something that wasn't even available vegan when I went vegan. And I was like, when Beyond Burgers came out, I tried a half a Beyond Burger. And when some raw vegan cheese or some vegan cheeses came out, I wanted to try some, because when I went vegan, I missed cheese. That was the one thing I missed that I had a hard time giving up. And when I went vegan, the vegan cheeses were crap. Like, they were totally crap.
Yeah.
So when people I knew were like, you know what, some of these are like actually incredible, I was like, I'll try some, like I let go of the judgment of it for myself. So it didn't bring me into like a death spiral where I felt like, okay, now I got to try every single other thing I've never tried. Because that's how I used to really frame it, where it was like, it was a failure and I was a bad person if I did have those. And I rewrote that for myself. I just know what I want, and I'm not afraid to try something if I genuinely want to. But it just so happens that that's pretty dang rare, and it luckily doesn't put me again in that negative self-hate spiral that I used to self-afflict myself with.
Yeah, I remember us doing an interview or a talk, and you were saying that when a craving or urge to have a cooked meal or something that's not on the raw diet comes up, you sit with it for at least a week before you, if it's still there. I think that is a really good way to probably also manage the effects of what you're doing. Like, that's a lot of time to reflect. It's not instant. Like, it's not like you're
not
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you that opportunity to really look deeper at what you feel like you're missing out on, like what your true needs are, and to sink into that and see if there's other ways that you can actually solve it. Because so often these cravings aren't even related to the food itself. I mean, they can be if they're repetitive and coming up all the time. That can be nutrient related, but more often than not, it's just something flowing through you, or a smell, or some nostalgia, or you're having a bad day and you want something. But yeah, taking that time actually was what actually. It was kind of wild. I don't want to go too deep into that, but it was in my first year of the Raw Advantage, making it in 2010. It would have been. I started 2009 with it, but I all of a sudden really wanted nachos, and I was like, "But I have this website. I'm the Raw guy. I can't go have nachos." And that's when I sat with it for a week. And when I chose to eat it, I was like, you know what? At the end of the week, I was like, I still want it. I'm going to allow myself to have it. I'm not going to feel guilty about it, but I'm going to make it a meditation. Like, I'm going to actually sit and chew every bite and feel every feeling. And through doing that, being conscious and accepting that that was something I wanted to experience, it wasn't what I had built it up in my mind to be. And I was ready to let it go, and all of a sudden it was like, this is nowhere near what I thought it was going to be. And I really do believe that when we do something because we think we should or have to, or have guilt or fear around it, we only half experience it because we're not actually present. And then we're called back to it like a magnet to do it again and again and again, going, why am I doing this again? Because we're not honoring our true wants and honoring the experience and the opportunity to learn and grow through it. And that has allowed me to shift that whole mindset and be a little easier on myself if I do genuinely want to try a bite of something here or there along my journey.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that restriction. I think that's when you create suffering. Like Sky, we've talked about it being in pain. When your brain's in pain and you're like, oh, I really, really want it. I mean, you can work on it over time. But yeah, I do 24 hours, and I think I shared with you, Sky, like even only the other week, I was so irritated. My old pattern came in. I was like, I'm going to go and eat whatever I want. As long as for me, it's always been, as long as it's vegan, even I can't go past that. But I went to the supermarket and I was like, have anything you want, anything in there. And I was like, I don't really want anything. I just needed to just take a step back. And I was like, but when you allow yourself that permission, but pause, like I said, reconnect. That's why I really encourage people to, when we say slow down, doesn't mean nothing, Wendy. It doesn't mean doing not, slowing down your mind, actually being more present. I think it's the presence when you're doing things, even when you're busy. Are you present? You're not thinking, because we do think of 10 million. I know when you have got kids, like with me, dogs, I've got 10 million things to do, but I'm present with it, where I'm doing one thing at a time. That's what most men are good for. They really do focus on things. But yeah, if you allow yourself, when you get to it, you can get to a place where you go, okay, what do you want? What do you need? And then you realize it's not the food you want. It's like, it was a memory.
I mean, like, I thought that what Chris earlier said is so profound. Like, I really wanted to sit with that and let it sit and resonate. And also what you said, it is about giving yourself permission. I mean, I'm doing this now for 10 years, 10 and a half, yay. But and the first year I did eat some things that I didn't know were not raw. I didn't know like fermented things were maybe not so good. And when I went to Italy to the first time and somebody had their, you know, their own coffee plant and stuff, and I've been looking forward for this for the 10 years before that. I don't drink coffee, but I definitely had a sip and I did not swallow it. It was really not so good, but it was good to try. You know what I mean? Like it was just something like, okay, I'm not going to swallow this. I already know it, but I just want to know, it smells so good. I just want to know what it tastes like. So I went to Italy. I want to have like the real, you know, the original thing, like how they make it there. So it's all about the experience of being there with my family and something I've lived up to. And then I wanted that experience. It had nothing to do with me wanting to drink coffee. I don't even like coffee, but I actually think quite nice, a little bitter, but quite nice. A lot of aroma. I spit it out nicely, and I'm sure you that was done after that. I kind of felt nervous after that, which is probably the caffeine, but yeah. But then yeah, I mean, like I just said that to Chris about, hey, I mean, like you've been raw for 20 years. I don't know who has tried this or that and who is watching this who still wants to try something else. I mean, I definitely ate 1 out of the 3 days I ate cooked food in my pregnancy, and for me it felt that I had to. And this was, I think, purely the need for greens, that amount that I just couldn't chew away, and what's in greens that I needed, and calories as well. That's why every now and then I added some starch stuff, or you know, instead of eating raw broccoli, I bought the frozen ones from the supermarket, which are blanched or something. And yeah, I did thaw them with warm water, not boiling, but warm. So I think they were quite cooked. But at least that allowed me to get in like heaps and heaps of it and stay with the ingredients that I wanted to eat instead of resorting to, you know, pizza, bread, cheese, and whatever else is out there. So, and I really, yeah, I mean, like being 100% raw and clean and have nothing cooked like that, it is a different spiritual experience. And I feel that my whole nervous system is more calm. Like now, I don't know if you saw me yesterday and the day before. Yesterday I was really, really ill. Like I had so much sinus issues and pain and headache, and so yesterday I basically had grapes and cucumber and watermelon. And so today I feel, like you said, Tony, you feel this calm, like, you know, I'm at peace. Like there's peace. It's quiet. There's no distraction. There's no noise. Like there's some sort of buzzing that was there and I didn't know, that's now gone. And I did eat raw the other days, but with, you know, with nuts. I don't know how they did with these nuts. Maybe they were steamed or whatever. I don't know. You know, like there's a lot of things in our house that been here for 3 years, and with Elena's dad, that I was just eating all the time because I'm hungry, you know, I'm breastfeeding, I'm hungry. And those days were really clean. That's a really big difference. It's a really big difference between, yeah, different kinds of raw, let's say like that.
Yeah.
I mean, cashew is not really raw neither, so don't know. They're quite heavy too. But I want to say that you do need your fatty acids. I don't want to anybody say that we do not need fat. And well, actually, Chris, here the model diet showcased pretty much how you're supposed to do it, especially with that course that's coming up. So
I'm just, again, I'm riding the shoulders of Dr. Graham and putting my insights in there, and you know, the others before him too. Like everything we share, you know, nothing's new in this world. And I mean, this is the oldest lifestyle there possibly is, realistically, right? It's like going back to our roots. We're back in the garden, you know, we're just blessed by it, and, you know, sharing our own spins and our own insights and, you know, our own love of it, because it just brings so much love to us. So it's yeah, it's It's awesome. And there's so many ways. There's time for everything, right? It's like this life's a dance. We were talking about that when we were talking with Tony before. This life's a dance, and I think everything has its perfect time and place. It's just, can we be in it and experience it and accept it and love ourselves through it so that we can more aptly choose what really fits us, what really suits us, and lets us shine the brightest.
I 100% agree. And that was beautiful to kind of end this all on. And thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And I do want to say again, this is the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. It's only on to the 11th of May, 32 contributions. It's all new content. It's worth over $1,500. It's only $50, and we've only touched the surface of that today. And also below, I've put, so when you buy it, you want to pick a link next to the creator you want to support, because they will make the money off that. So that's why below in the description, there's links next to each person's name. So yeah, thanks again, guys.
Thanks so much, Sky, for bringing us together.
Thank you so much for coming up, Sky.
You are very welcome, and we'll be back for another party next month, but there are many lives going on the next week. Next week's like a full party. So have a look on the website when you buy the bundle, because there is lives to go with it. All right, guys. Bye.
Thank you so much.